As I speak today, more than 2 crore people have been affected with the COVID-19 virus in India alone, with losing over 2 lakh lives. And as I speak now, there's more than 4 lakh people testing positive every single day for this deadly virus. This is just not a statistic or some number. These are people, real people, people you've loved, people who've loved you, and people who've made a deep impact on your life. But at a time like this, we must also remember that it's important that we believe that we can get out of this, and together. For the past few weeks, especially when the second wave hit us, whether it's the production houses, whether it's the studio facilities that have turned into isolation centers for doctors, we've been doing our bit for connecting plasma donors, for getting oxygen in time. Nothing will be enough until we're able to support our healthcare system. I'm doing my bit, and I humbly request you to do yours by contributing to I Breathe India in whatever capacity possible. And every single rupee that you contribute will be matched by the organization, which means we get to donate double. And remember, this shall pass too. We will get through this together.
And first of all, straight off the bat, thank you so much for coming out and joining us today and being part of this. I mean, when I reached out to you, you were absolutely prompt in your response. And I know across our industry, doesn't matter, boundaries don't matter anymore. Everybody really wants to come together. Everybody is really keen to know how they can make a difference. And putting together this virtual fundraiser has really been a challenge in a short amount of time, but it's also been an incredible pleasure to see the amount of support that has come our way. So thank you so much for being part of this.
I should actually thank you, Lara, for giving me an opportunity to be part of something like this. I was actually waiting I think a lot of us at home are sitting with guilt as to how more can we be involved, what can we do. So I think I was just waiting for you probably to message me.
Thank you. You know, all of us came into 2021 with a lot of optimism. Everybody was so happy to see the end of what 2020 was. All of us thought that, the worst was behind us and we were ready to start a new year. I don't think anybody really foresaw that in the month of May 2021, that we were all going to be under lockdown again. And I have to admit that for me itself, this lockdown has definitely been different from last year.
Oh, no baking videos and cooking videos. No, not this time.
Exactly. So that's what I wanted to ask you. For you yourself, mentally, this lockdown, this 2.0 version of it, how different has it been from what we faced last year?
Apart from the virus, there is also fear that is like, it's like a plague, the fear as well, So I believe that it's very important right now to stop misinformation, to stop overconsumption of information. Yes, there is a virus, and I think most of us already know what to do when we do get sick. But I feel apart from that, there's so much of anger on social media. There's so much of hate. Which really increases the stress and anxiety when we consume such hate and such anger. So what are we doing really for our mental health as well? I believe that mental health is as important to speak about right now.
Yes. No, definitely. So that was my next question to you really, Samantha. What of this crisis, what aspect of it to you really resonates? What do you feel personally that is something that, because a lot of people are talking about the oxygen deficit in the country. A lot of people are talking about hospitals being full, beds not being available. So what part of this, crisis has really resonated with you? Something that you feel that maybe is not being addressed enough, that really needs attention as well?
Yeah, I was just informed that there is something termed as the shadow pandemic. One in every three, statistics from the US, 1 in every 3 Americans is facing depression and anxiety. And the same thing is going to be happening here, so 1 in 3 are many people who are suffering from anxiety and depression, who probably are not going to be talking about it as much as they should. And I think that destigmatizing mental health is also the need of the hour. People who have a voice should come out and normalize it.
I agree. That's a really valid point to make. And I think, this is something that we're actually going to feel the ripples of far after we actually conquer this crisis. So move forward.
Absolutely.
So Samantha, today there are millions of people watching this across various different platforms. Like I said, people want to help. They're unsure about how they should help. They've been wanting to donate, wondering whether their donations really will make a difference or not. We'd like to hear what you'd like to say to the people who are watching today that do want to donate. Is there something that you'd like to say to everyone?
I don't think we can shut our eyes and ears to the people who desperately need our help. And no donation is too small. You are part of a huge movement to help those in need. And I believe that it's time to be kind and to trust, with a movement, I Breathe for India, which has been doing an amazing job. And it's time to trust and be kind and believe that we can help each other through this.
Thank you so much, Samantha. Well, you couldn't have said it any better. And I'm sure for the amounts of millions of followers that you have who are also watching us today, just to see you backing this, really putting your heart and soul into it, I'm sure that you will inspire so many people to come forward and do their bit as well. So thank you so much for being part of this.
Thank you so much, Lara.